Once upon a time in the kingdom of Eldoria, there lived a young prince named Adrian. Although he was heir to the throne, he felt trapped by the rigid expectations and formalities that came with his royal duties. His days were filled with meetings, ceremonial events, and countless hours studying diplomacy and governance. Despite living a life of luxury, Adrian longed for something more, true love, unbound by his status or wealth. One quiet evening, Adrian sat alone in the royal gardens, watching the sun dip below the horizon. The sky was painted with hues of orange and pink, and as the first stars began to twinkle, he made a decision. He would leave the palace in search of genuine love, something that couldn't be measured by titles or riches. Under the cover of night, Adrian disguised himself as a common traveler, wearing simple clothes and packing only the essentials. He slipped out of the palace unnoticed, his heart racing with excitement and trepidation. For the first time, he felt free. His journey took him to the bustling town of Willowbrook, a charming place with cobblestone streets and lively markets. Adrian marveled at the vibrant life around him, so different from the formality of the palace. As he wandered through the market, he was captivated by the laughter and camaraderie of the townsfolk. It was there, amid the stalls of fresh produce and handmade crafts, that Adrian first laid eyes on Alara. She was a spirited young woman with a radiant smile, selling beautiful handwoven tapestries. Drawn to her warmth and kindness, Adrian struck up a conversation, introducing himself simply as Aiden. Alara was unlike anyone he had ever met. She was genuine and compassionate, with a quick wit that made him laugh like never before. The more time Adrian spent with her, the more he realized he was falling in love. Alara, unaware of his true identity, was charmed by the earnest and sincere man she believed him to be. Days turned into weeks, and Adrian found a sense of belonging he had never known. Together, they explored the countryside, shared stories by the fire, and danced under the moonlit sky. Adrian cherished every moment, knowing he had found something rare and precious. One day, while they walked along the riverbank, Adrian knew he had to tell Alara the truth. With a heavy heart, he revealed his true identity, fearing she might see him differently. To his surprise, Alara took his hand, her eyes filled with understanding and love. "Whether you are a prince or a commoner, you are still the man I care for," she said softly. "Your title does not define you, Adrian." With Alara by his side, Adrian returned to Eldoria, ready to face his responsibilities with newfound courage and purpose. He introduced her to the court, and though some were skeptical at first, Alara's grace and wisdom soon won them over. Together, Prince Adrian and Alara transformed the kingdom. They worked to bridge the gap between the royal family and the people, fostering a spirit of unity and compassion. Their love story became an inspiration, proving that true love transcends boundaries and that happiness is found not in wealth or power, but in the genuine connection of two hearts. And so, in the kingdom of Eldoria, the prince who once sought escape found his true love, living happily ever after in a life of purpose and joy.